Okay guys, I wanted to make a short video about the whole issue with Muslim immigrants. You see, I'm not denying that there are indeed issues between Muslim immigrants and indigenous European populations. I'm not denying it. I'm not denying that after 9/11 more suspicion rose against the Muslims. Okay? I'm not making this video to protect, nor to identify with, nor to speak on behalf of Muslims, okay? Because I'm not a Muslim, okay? I just want to open your guys' eyes to realize what's really going on. You see, it's all a spiritual thing, guys. And I'll explain shortly why. Freemasonry, Rosicrucianism, Ordo Templis Orientalis. You also have Satanism, left-wing Satanism, right-wing Satanism. You have Buddhism. You have so many of those watered-down pagan religions. I call them watered down because the gospel impacted those religions. You see, Jesus was not a religious man. He was against religion. When Christianity arrived, Christianity impacted the religions that were around. And many religions became watered down, which means they were impacted by the gospel. And what you see today is that you see a multitude of religions, but they're all watered down. Some may appear very fierce, but they all want to have a bit of light in it, a bit of human value, a bit of human rights, a bit of love in it, okay? They all want it. Now, when you look at, for example, Islam and Egyptian religion, I'm talking about the real Egyptian religion, not those phony wannabes. Islam, and that was the real Islamic teaching, comes from Babylon, because Allah is Baal. Baal is one of the deities they worshipped in Babylon, there in the Middle East. In Europe they call him Kronos, Saturnus, Wodan, Odin, all those other names they have for him in Europe. Anyway, Babylonian magic and Babylonian sorcery is the same as Egyptian sorcery and Egyptian magic. Why? Because Egypt was a province of Babylon. Babylon was founded by Nimrod, which another name for Nimrod is Osiris. The Greeks call him Orion, and in India they call him Gilgamesh. Anyway, Nimrod was also how do I say it? He was also a ruler of Egypt, but he was not the first pharaoh. The first pharaoh was another guy, but I'll talk about it later. Just realize that Islam and ancient Babylonian and Egyptian magic and sorcery, they are the same. Okay? And those things are not watered down. So get it straight. Those people, those pagans that are not watered down, they want to go absolutely to the core of the darkness, those folks have more power in the world than those that are watered down. Many people want to talk about the Illuminati and the Council of Foreign Relations. A lot of conspiracy theorists also talk about those groups. You need to understand, those groups are watered down. They do use the Egyptian symbols like the eye in the pyramid, and they also combine it with the Greek symbol that points to Apollo. Because what you have today is they whitened all of it and they've watered it down. So think about it. You have two pagans. Hello. One of those pagans is purely dedicated to darkness and is willingly to go all the way. Then you have another pagan who is only wants to go for 10%. He just wants to have a happy family life and to be sure that his property is safe, and for the rest, okay, he's willing to make human sacrifices once in a while, but that's it. But the other one that's completely with a demonic agenda, they're willing to cut people's head off, they're willingly to do all of those things. Now, who do you think the demons are going to adhere to? The one that's watered down, only wants 10%, or the one that wants the full 100%? If you have a company, let me say this, if you have a company and you have an employee that works only 2 hours a week, and that employee has no bond with other employees, and that employee has no bond with your company nor with you, and then you have an employee that works 40 hours a week, completely dedicated, even willing to work over hours, whom are you going to promote? Whom are you going to listen to? Logically, of course, the one that works 40 hours a week and is willing to overwork also. You're going to promote him. Well, that's how it is in the world, in the demonic realm. Those that are 100% with the agenda, they get more adherents than people that are watered down. So we often think that Satanists and all those people are spooky, they are very dangerous. I'm not saying they're not dangerous, they're watered down. Those that are really with agenda are the Muslim extremists. I'm not saying all Muslims are with agenda, because most Muslims are not even aware of all that I've told you guys now. They really aren't. They're ignorant. Those Muslims that know the real deal and agree with it, they practice ancient Babylonian and that's also ancient Egyptian sorcery and magic. Those folks, man, they get stuff done. You see? And they get stuff done quicker than Freemasons, Illuminists, Luciferians, all those other groups. See? And listen to this. Those people, those watered down pagans, they know this very well. That's why they are afraid of black people that want to practice ancient Egyptian religion. That's why they are also afraid of Muslims, because they know Muslims that understand the real deal of Baal worship and completely agree with it, whoa, they that are watered down have to bow down. That's how it works in the how they call it the kingdom of darkness. But I prefer to say the power of darkness, because I don't want to give credit to the darkness, but you understand what I'm saying. So that's why you have many Freemasons, they are pagans, who are also politicians that want the Muslims to assimilate, to give up Islam. Because those pagans, those watered down pagans, they know very well the real root of Islam, and that if you go to the real root, they have to bow down. Because, listen, those pagans, they use demons. They use demonic energy. Those that are 100% with demonic energy, they have to submit or they have to suffer the consequences. It's a system of hierarchy, of fear and paranoia. You see? So this whole thing with Islam, it's something spiritual. It's between pagans, between watered down pagans and full dedicated pagans. So they're fighting their wars now. And of course, they're going to blame the Christians sooner or later. They always do that, but understand it's something spiritual that's going on. So don't get involved with the political debates. Don't get involved with social work, trying to bring peace. It's something spiritual, and it's between pagans themselves. So let them with their wars. They are choosing to be in darkness, so let them deal with the consequences of being in darkness. If those watered down pagans don't want Islam, they don't want Egyptian religion, then they shouldn't be pagans. Period. If you choose to be pagan, then deal with it. You don't want to deal with it, get saved. If those unbelievers who don't want to suffer, don't want anything to do with it, get saved. Or not, shut up. Really. I'm being hard here, but it's the truth. So, again, don't get involved with those stupid discussions about Islamophobia, about Islamization of Europe and all of that. Don't. They don't tell you what's really going on. It's pagans, people from the camp of Satan fighting with each other. Because those that are watered down don't want to take their low place for those that are completely dedicated to their master. And now they're fighting with each other. So let them fight. Let them kill each other off. They are choosing darkness, so darkness will have an impact upon them. You that are born again, that's following Jesus Christ, keep on following the Lord. Let those pagans ruin your own world. Because they both belong to the kingdom of darkness, so if they have to blame someone, they will blame you. That's one thing that unites the Islamophobes and extreme Muslim extremists is their hatred for Jesus Christ. When it comes down to it, both the Islamophobe, both the extreme right parties and the Muslim extremists, all of those camps in the world that hate each other, when it comes down to it, they all hate Jesus Christ the most, and they are willing to unite to fight against God and against God's people. So that's what I wanted to say on this video, guys. Keep walking in the Spirit, keep praying, keep fasting, and be blessed. Peace.